let's talk about your topic first.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's talk about
yeah,
it.
so the trailer for Terrifier 2 came out.
Yeah, and I sent it to you, and you said, "Yeah, too bad they scrapped that movie."
It said 2 years.
Like,
It said 2 years on the trailer. I think it said 2 days.
again.
Yeah, yeah, that's can you hear me? Jacob, come into the light, Jacob. Come into the light. Carol Ann, are you there?
Caroline.
Carol Ann.
I'm trying to set my computer up off to see if it's an overheating problem. That used to be a problem with Mac or with PCs. When they heat up, they shit out.
Mhm.
So I'm lifting mine. All right. So let's talk about it again.
Before the computer
Yeah,
goes
before the
crazy.
computer shits
Yeah.
out again. Uh yes, the trailer for Terrifier 2 came out.
Yes.
Um I watched it. I sent the teaser to you.
Mhm.
I don't know if I mentioned to you that the actual full-length trailer was supposed to drop that day, but it did.
I had read it,
That okay.
once you sent me that video,
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, I gotta go explore," because this doesn't
Yeah.
look fan made.
No,
This
no,
looks
no.
legit.
Yeah.
And after you're like, "Yeah, it's been on the chopping block for, like, a couple years now, but I think it's getting close," and that's when Twitter kinda was like, "Tomorrow, something
Mhm.
crazy is gonna happen," and I was like, "Oh, shit." So,
So let's talk about what we see in said trailer.
said trailer, yeah.
Obviously, we see art doing art type things, but let's talk about the characters. Um, it's a brother and sister duo.
Yeah,
Uh,
mm, mm, there's a mom, there's a mother character too.
you're bringing so much to the table.
I'm just saying,
Um,
you said the
uh,
characters in the trailer. Okay,
I'm
yeah,
talking
it's
about the
dad,
ones that we know anything the fuck about. Uh,
uh,
so like the boy clearly has a fascination with murderers,
with
serial
art.
killers, and with art himself.
Yeah.
The sister is also aware of art, so clearly this is taking place in the same area.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it feels like it's either the same night.
No, it's a year later.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because I don't think that shit would pop up on one night and then some kid would be completely fascinated with it while
that's
getting on
true.
Halloween costumes.
That's true. That's a good point. But
Yeah, I think it's a
uh
year later.
okay.
Because
All
we
right.
see
So
also, I believe, the girl from the first movie, because you see
right. Yeah,
a
yeah,
quick
yeah.
glimpse of someone who's missing their eyes and like their
Yeah.
jaw and stuff. So that
Yeah.
probably is going to be her.
That's yeah, it's either gonna be her or he actually melted somebody with that torch that we
Yeah.
see him use. I am extremely excited. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've gotten my hopes up, had them crushed, gotten them up, had them crushed because, like you mentioned earlier, it has been canned, uh, brought back, uh,
Yeah.
production delays and distribution delays and everything else.
Hmm.
I do wish that I didn't have to go get Screenbox to watch this,
Yeah.
but I will be hitting up that free trial, watching this and canceling,
Hmm.
unless I see something else amazing on Screenbox, which
Yeah.
at this point I haven't seen
I
anything, but
don't
I
know their
don't.
original programming. So,
Yeah, I don't really know what they have to offer. So
yeah.
this will be a good opportunity to explore it. Uh, I think that they are going to stick to the same routine. We see art using different things
Hmm.
in this one, more found tools, not so much made tools. Um,
Yeah.
but I think that it's still going to deliver the same impact.
Good.
Now, there's going to be a lot of people that are like, "Oh, that one wasn't so good." You got to remember it's hard to top the first because the first, well, let's say the first Terrifier, the full length art movie, it's hard to top it because it was so brutal and so shocking off. We hadn't seen it before. We'd seen art two times before this, but he
Yeah,
was
but
like a minimal character.
one and a half.
Okay, one and a half. But he was a minimal character and he wasn't the point.
Yeah.
He was kind of reason, but he wasn't the point.
Yes.
Um, I'm I'm really excited, but I think that it's not going to get that big of a reception as far as people praising it because
No.
they're going to be like, "Oh, the first one was better." But again, like I was saying before,
Yeah.
it was shocking, it was new, it was the first
Mhm.
full length. Like it's not going to hold the same impact, just like any other movie that has continuations.
Yeah.
I
It
do think that they are going to make an effort to do something outrageous like cut a girl from vagina to forehead.
I don't.
uh, you don't think so? I think
No,
that I
they got
think
fucking
they're
money. They got fucking money on this because you can see the money. And
sex dolls are expensive.
yeah, but what I'm saying is they got money and they said, "Okay, don't tone down the violence, but let's try to kind of meet us in the middle of the violence." But I don't think we're going to be seeing I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping 100% I'm wrong.
I think you're I would have to go on the other side of that argument. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I have to stand on the other side of that and be like, I think they're going to try to figure something out that is
Maybe.
like
Maybe.
so over the top,
I think
like just bloodbath type shit.
I think the first movie had one flaw. And I know when we reviewed it, I never brought it up and stuff, but I think the one flaw is they're like, "Okay, guys, we only have money enough for certain things. You want to do the sawing the girl in half thing. You want to do the um art peeling the skin off. You want
Mhm.
to do the finger blast, you
Yeah.
know. You want to do how did the older sister did she just get her face cut off or I can't remember how the sister got fucked up.
Which one? The one that came to pick her up or
Yeah.
the oh, she's the one that survived.
Yeah, she's the one that survived, but she got fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
can't
think
remember
I
what.
think he was eating her face.
Yes, he ate her face off.
Yeah.
Um, but so we got limited things. Let's make them really fucking good because we can't do like a bunch. And I think this one is going to just increase body count, but kind of like minimize, not decrease, but minimize that shock factor. Like the first
Ah,
time you really watch the movie, that first time you watch Terrifier and he saws the girl in half, it's
yeah.
like, oh shit, this is something different,
Yeah, I came.
you know.
No, but
uh
yeah, I gotta stay on the other side of that because I feel like okay, so he did Ninth Circle, he did All Hallows Eve,
mhm,
and then he gets Terrifier.
yeah,
Each one is progressively getting more brutal and more Art the Clown, less other shit,
yeah,
obviously, with these new ones. I think that this guy is a true horror fan, and I think
yes,
that he will listen to horror fans. If they go saw two bitches in half, then he's going to saw. If he says saw two women in half, people are going to be like, "So, all right, guys, we're sawing two
mm,
people in half." Like, I think he's going to do the opposite of what the industry does, and that is
yeah,
They
Yeah,
think they know best
it could
when they
work.
don't think that that is going to be a big factor in this one.
Yeah.
Um, I could be wrong.
I'm staying on this side of the fence because I don't wanna be disappointed. Because I really like that first movie a lot. I like
Yeah,
the darkness, I like the grit, I like the grime, and when I first watched this movie, I mean, this trailer, I was like, "Oh, they got money because it's well lit." It's well like, you can it's lit like an actual, like, m
production.
or even, like, low quality production. Like, you can tell it's still,
But
you know.
okay, so Terrifier came out in 2016. It
Yeah.
really didn't become very popular until like 2019, 2020.
I saw it in 2018.
Okay. It
Mhm.
didn't become popular until 2019, 2020.
Okay.
I don't think that they got that much money. Like I don't like maybe off of like DVD sales and like
Yeah.
t-shirts and shit like that they've
Yeah.
acquired some money, but I still don't think any company in their right mind is going to go, yeah, go make this gore fest and hand them 2-3 million dollars.
True.
So I think they're still playing with pocket change and by comparison of other movies.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they're going to be like they might have used a higher quality camera, they might have used better lighting, but
Yeah.
I think they're still going to stick to the basics. I do think we will see more CGI violence in this one
Yeah,
and less
maybe.
practical. I hope not, but that's the only thing that I see.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's just a couple of parts because they're hiding everything. And that's what I'm
yeah,
glad about.
yeah,
Okay, cool. I hide it, keep it secret, it's kind of like that 50-50 thing where it's like, yeah, Netflix didn't pick this up, even though the first time I watched it, it was on Netflix.
yeah. It was on
Shutter
Netflix.
didn't pick it up.
It
It
was on
went,
Shutter though.
but it was on Shutter. It's Screambox, and
Yeah,
unless Screambox is throwing money at them to be like, "Listen, people are gonna come," you know?
this is my thought when that I think Screambox. We all know the Shutter is the horror platform
Yeah.
outside of like Tubi for fun horror.
Mhm.
Shutter is like the Netflix of horror.
Yeah,
So
well,
I
it's
think
owned
that
by
it
AMC, so
what
Shutter.
right. But my point is it's it's the king. And I
Yes.
think that Screambox hasn't been able to get any notice whatsoever, really. Like,
Mhm.
I don't have it, you don't have it. I don't know anybody who does. I think they're taking their big, if this don't work, we're out of business swing
Yeah.
on grabbing this cult film that has big underground buzz. And they're going, all right, give it to us. Give
Yeah.
it to us. We're going to pay you X amount of dollars because Netflix and Hulu and all these other because all these other companies aren't going to touch you. So give it to us. We'll pay you this much money. And they're hoping that this will be this is like Hulu streaming service trying to bring back community for the sixth season. Like if this don't
Yeah.
work, they're out
Mm,
of business
yeah.
kind of thing. And that and I get it, but I don't I think a lot of people are going to do exactly what I plan on doing. 7-day free trial, watch the movie, get out. Like that's
Yeah.
it. Um
I
but
think
that
that'll
yeah,
probably
I'm
be a
excited to see it. I can't wait to see what they do.